Tim and Lucy are getting ready for the big date, but can't decide what to wear. Numerous clothes change later. Tim calls Lucy to see what she is wearing, and she tells him she is going to wear the green dress, but then changes again. Chenford are at the restaurant, but struggling because it feels awkward. Tim brings up being naked, but Lucy says she wants to take things slow and to get to know each other better. Tim is looking around the restaurant, and Lucy inquires if he is scared that someone from the station will see them. They are then both drawn to some commotion in the kitchen, and one cook walks out and grabs a knife and points it at the head chef and cuts him. Tim pulls out his badge and gun and arrests the cook with the knife, and Lucy tells Tim the station will know now as sirens are heard heading towards the restaurant. Wesley tells Lopez he wants to have another child, but Lopez starts laughing and tells him there are so many other things she wants to do with her career. Wesley tells her he doesn't want their kid to grow up alone like he did. Tim and Lucy are at the station and trying to figure out what to say if anyone asks them why they were at the restaurant. Lucy suggests they tell everyone they were undercover because they got a tip from her CI. Nolan walks up to Tim and Lucy, and they fumble their words about the restaurant. Nolan walks away, and Tim and Lucy then see Aaron and Celina joking in the other room. Gray motions for Tim and Lucy to come to his office. They head in, and Gray tells them he doesn't like the idea of co-workers dating. Tim and Lucy look concerned, and Gray stands up and tells them he feels Aaron and Celina need to be careful and not date. Lucy and Tim look at each other, and both sigh in relief. Nolan and Celina are in their shop, and Nolan inquires about Celina's time with Aaron. Nolan tells her it isn't a good idea to date another cop. She questions the rules of dating other cops and tells him it isn't any of his business who she dates. Tim very abruptly asks Aaron if he is dating Celina. He neither denies it nor confirms it, but then adds there shouldn't be any issues since he isn't her supervisor and doesn't fall in her chain of command. Harper and James are at the bank trying to get a loan, and a known bank robber, Todd Shelf, walks into the bank. Harper scopes out the bank, looking for Todd's team because he normally travels in threes. She clocks one but can't clock the third person. Harper tells James to leave and tell the cops about Todd and his team. Todd and one of his partners pull out guns and tell everyone to get onto the ground. They walk around the bank, making sure everyone is out in the open, but doesn't see Harper and a few individuals in a side room. One of those individuals decides to take things into his own hands and pulls out a gun and starts shooting at Todd, but then gets shot as well as another lady. Harper joins in on the shooting. Aaron and Tim get to the bank, and James tells them the description of the suspects. Todd then tells everyone in the bank to get up and run out of the bank. He runs with them using them as shields as he starts firing at Tim, Aaron, and James as well as a police cruiser. Todd and his accomplice run away, and Tim chases them down. Todd gets into a car and takes off without his accomplice, and Tim and Aaron chase the accomplice but lose him. Nolan and Celina drive down a street and try blocking Todd in their shop, but Todd shoots at them, hitting their cruiser, causing Nolan to lose control. Todd then drives away. Tim and Aaron search for the other suspect while Gray and Lopez walk into the bank and talk with Harper. She gives them the lowdown. Harper tells them she thinks there is another person she didn't identify. Nolan and Celina arrive at the bank. Simone and Carter from the FBI show up. They tell LAPD that Todd was being paid to rob the bank. Harper tells them that before today, Todd has only gone for the money when robbing banks, but today went for 17 safe deposit boxes. Tim and Aaron find the second suspect and then begin a shootout, and Tim tells Aaron they need to end this quickly before someone gets hurt. The suspect shoots at them and then runs and gets into a vehicle and holds a lady hostage. Lucy comes to the scene and helps with the situation. Nolan, Celina, Simone, and Carter head to a house to talk to a man named Taylor Barnes who is packing up his car. They tell him his safe deposit box was stolen and ask what was in the box. Taylor tells them a list of federal undercover assets that he hacked from the FBI. Taylor tells them he was trying to negotiate with someone for $5 million, but the man decided to just rob the bank instead. Taylor then is shot and killed by an unknown sniper. Tim and Lucy are talking about their relationship, and Tim tells her what Aaron told him. He tells Lucy he is worried because he is her supervisor. Tim then gets the hostage's phone number and calls her. He then tells Lucy he has a plan. Harper and Lopez look through some videos trying to find the third suspect, but can't find anyone. Lopez gets a call saying they found a gun in the bank, which they concluded was the woman who got shot. whose name was Amy Wright. She was the third suspect. Amy is recovering from surgery and gets up and calls Todd. She tells him she is the only one who knows the name of the buyer, and Todd tells her he has the list. Nolan and Celina head to the hospital and look for Amy, but she is already gone. Tim implements his plan, and an ambulance pulls onto the street, distracting the second suspect, and Tim crawls under the car and drills a hole. He sprays pepper spray into the car, and then other cops remove the woman from the car. Tim grabs the man and arrests him, telling him to give up the other two suspects. Nolan and Celina head to the location of one of the suspects' phone's ping. They find the phone in a trash can. Tim and Aaron find the other suspect's phone in a trash can in a different location. Tim and Aaron head to a car garage thinking that the suspects will try to steal a car there. They head to the top of a parking structure. They drive around and conclude that the suspects must not be there. They are then hit from behind by the two suspects in a truck. The suspects push the cruiser to the edge of the building and take off. The cruiser is balancing on the edge, and Tim and Aaron are trying to figure out what to do. Tim tells Aaron to get out of the shop. Aaron slowly crawls out and goes to the back of the shop and grabs the shop so Tim can get out before it falls and explodes. Nolan and Celina find the truck and see Todd, shot in the head, dead in the driver's seat. Carter tells Gray that the FBI will continue the search for the list. Tim and Lucy try another first date, which goes a lot better. Tim and Lucy then kiss, making it a perfect first date.
Thanks for watching Kroganator's Movies. And remember to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of our newest videos.